what a treat today, because we are talking with Miss Carolina Bermeo.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
You got it right.
how are you? How are you doing today?
I'm awesome. I'm really happy and it's been a good day. Started kind of gloomy here, but sun is out. Uh, Things are happening. Excited.
As it is.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time today, for sharing your experience and your story of really how you liberated yourself using your business.
Yes.
So to give some background, right? Um, you grew up in what I believe is one of the most beautiful places on earth, which is Cuenca,
Mm-hmm.
Ecuador.
Yes.
Oh, anyone who's had the pleasure of going knows, and anyone who's watching who is like, where?
They need to
Google it. Yeah,
go.
Google it, make a plan and go now.
It is.
The history, the architecture, the natural beauty, it's stunning. And this was your background, or background meaning the backdrop of your life, right?
Yes.
And you grew up there. Your father's an architect. You got your degree in interior design there,
Yes.
and then you came to the U.S. How many years has it been now?
11 years already.
Woo!
Yes. It's
Fast.
been a bit. It went fast.
So, Catalina, can you share a little bit about what, before you and I connected, before going through the program, what life was like, what your business was like, can you share some of your life? Like, what were some of your frustrations? What were some of the challenges that you were dealing with?
Well, when I just last year, pretty much after COVID and everything happened, I was still working in a Home Depot in a company as a kitchen designer, which I loved. Doing that, it taught me so much. I was still though feeling so limited to what I wanted to do. I was helping people for sure. I had all kinds of clients, good and bad, a little bit of everything, which okay with it. It taught me a lot, but at the same point, I was kind of limited to what I wanted to do. Yes, kitchens are a big part of the home, but I did study interior design, and I like the wholeness of that. I always end up doing the kitchen, but let's do this. They always come back for questions about the bathroom. Oh, can you help me pick materials or colors for this and that? And I love that people came back a lot to me for that, and I just kind of felt limited the fact that I couldn't do more. Like it was a stop. My business was kitchens, and that's it. And I did the design and sold that, and that was it. So I got to a point that I wasn't happy. I wasn't fulfilled, I would say. Plus my schedule with I have two little kids, it was really hard. Being at home now with COVID, they couldn't, I have to find someone to watch them. And then I got home really late, had to pick them up, put them to bed. It was just a struggle for me to do that. I was just exhausted. I wasn't happy. I was tired. So started reading more, trying to kind of think, what can I do for myself? What is going to make me happy? Because it's also that space of not knowing what's wrong. If I thought, okay, I was doing things right, I'm working my 40 hours, a bit more a week sometimes, I'm taking care of my family, I'm doing all of this, but still not happy. So kind of like I said, reading a little bit more and kind of looking into what my real passion is, which is design, architecture, space planning, building, making spaces beautiful. Like for me, that is, whenever I go to visit a friend or someone's home or just walking through the street, I'm like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. It's just the ideas that keep coming. I'm like, I cannot stop that. So, and it's not necessarily judging. It's just like, how can I improve these? How can I make these better? How can I make it, pop or harmonic or anything like that? So again, as I'm reading and looking through social media, like one day you popped up, and as you were talking, every single thing that you said, I'm like, yes, yes. I'm like, oh, this place. I'm like, it feels so right. And it was just that point where I had to make the decision of do it, of, what are you waiting for? Like, it's right there. Someone is talking to you, is telling you exactly how you're feeling, and is giving you a solution. So I'm like, I went ahead and booked that call. And I was so nervous. I talked to Gail the next, I think I scheduled a couple of times because of my schedule at work. And I'm like, no, I have to do it. So after I talked to him, I was so excited. I was like, yes, like I feel like you're going to be able to help me. I know design. I know what I want to do is just kind of figure out the rest, put it into place. So for me, after I talked to him, it was a no-brainer. I'm like, I have to invest on myself. If I don't do it now, I'm just going to be stuck in the same place where I've been for 10 years already. And I need something different. So I did that, and I took the step. And after that, it's just been such a great process. So personal. The fact that, I met with you, and then we meet in group, and then we're able to talk, and we're able to answer each other questions. It's just, for me, it's like what I was looking for. Aside of all the marketing and all the teaching and all the stuff that I've learned, it's just the fact to have that community where I could feel comfortable, where I know if I'm saying something, somebody else understands and have maybe not necessarily the answer, but has an experience that I can relate with. So it's been an integration of all of that, of learning, and then getting to know other designers from all over the world, pretty much, which is awesome. And just kind of see their experiences and kind of see what they are doing and how they are doing certain things. Like I said, I love design. I feel like, I've learned so much in all this time, but at the same time, you never stop learning. There's always so many questions. There's always trends changing. There's the life itself. From last year to this year is completely different. Just that kind of opened my mind to, yes, I can do it. And I need to do it now, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. And I don't want to die or be 50 and still work in a place that, yes, it's okay, but it's not what I want, So that for me was, like I said, the little step that I had to take to, and it felt little, but, like I said, as I went on, I was able to it was one little step here, then okay, the next one, then let's do the next one. And less than I thought, I saw back and I'm like, oh my God, I'm here already. I have my website. I have business. I have clients. It's working.
Well, I love that you point that out, that now you look back and it was a decision you made in a series of decisions. Yes. But in that moment, like it was the first one that you were facing, right? And you did it. And I want to highlight for a second that while working your at Home Depot, you had some side contractors who were coming to you, right? Like you knew something else was possible.
I felt like that also gave me the confidence, because I was doing something right. I had clients that kept coming, and then I had contractors that, you did this for that. Can you help me? And then, I'm like, I may be doing something right. They like my work. I can probably be doing more than that. So I started to pretty much a year prior. So 2019, beginning of 2020, I started working more formally with other contractors, doing kind of little side jobs here and there. And I did quite a few, actually, which kind of helped me to get more experience and kind of see what, meet with clients, talk to them, see what they want, be able to actually understand their point of view and be able to design something that's going to make them feel that is what I'm looking for, fulfill that dream that they are having. So I'm like, that kind of helped me build up the confidence to be like, okay, I think I'm ready. I just need to figure it out, the business part of this, how to show that I can do this. So
yeah. So let's talk about that, right?
Yeah.
So you made this decision, you took action, you were coachable, right? Because you had questions, you showed up, working together, going through these different pieces, right? So before you were at Home Depot, definitely had to deal with the clients that were coming in that way, whatever the schedule was, right? Having to rearrange and really have your family sort of fit into what they were deciding, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about what life is like now, right? Let's talk about how you're spending your day
to work.
Your clients. Let's talk about what's the impact been in your life, with your family, with your experience in design.
It's been great, like I said, and it's all kind of also getting used to it, because like I said, the first week I was still kind of nervous. I'm like, am I late? Like, what do I need to do? I was kind of still trying to figure it out. But oh my God, I have so much freedom. I can get up, I get the kids ready, I pick them up, I have their lunch ready, I have a set schedule that it fits my lifestyle, you know. I
Mm.
can go to their activities, I can do what they need to do, and I also get to meet clients. I get to do visits, I get to design. Um, I literally do what I love, and it still kind of feels like, is it real? Like, is it just for now? Like, is it gonna end? But it's an ongoing process, and as far as I go, it hasn't stopped. I started with one little client, and then the next one, a little project, and recently, as you know, I got this big project that I'm really excited about,
Let's
and little things have happened to kind of move me more into that direction. And it, like, out of the blue, like I said, it started with a referral from one of my referral partners, and I got a meeting and kind of look at the place, told them what I wanted to do, and a little bit kind of talk about what my process is, explaining how I work, and more than anything, kind of being myself with them. So,
mm.
I love doing this. I can help you. Being honest, because I do. I love doing this. I'm like, you're trusting me with this way. I appreciate it, but I'm also trusting you because, it's just both communication both ways. And in a few weeks ago, we got a meeting in Zoom. They had literally 2 or 3 questions, and they were like, "Yes, we want to move along. Where can I give you the check?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Yes, y'all, I want to take a second. Listen to this. That expression, that experience of when you meet clients and you get to be yourself and you get to tell the truth
Yes,
and you get to really ensure that it's a good relationship. It really does come to, then they're so happy to pay you. They just want to know where can they send you? Where can
exactly.
they send you this check, right? Like, it's real. And it's real. It's real. You can
It
testify.
is, and it is for real. And when she said that, I'm like, okay. And then we finished the conversation, and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, okay, how do I do it? It's like, do I go pick up the check? Do I go? But things fall into place so easily after that. Like I said, it's just having the will to do and making the decision more than anything. For us, I feel like we're so limited in the fear of, oh my God, this is going to happen, or what if something goes wrong? But you gotta trust yourself. The pieces of you that you love, or in my case, is design, kind of have shown me that, I gotta trust in me, like, and I know how to do this. Once I sit down and start laying out, ideas keep coming,
Mhm.
and I treat the project as it was my own. And doing that also kind of helps me be creative for them, and also obviously listen to the client, making sure that whatever I'm doing is yes, based on what they want, what they need, but kind of giving them the sense of, I can put together this beautiful design, and it's going to speak to them. It's going to be like, yes, that's what I want. So
Eh,
trusting yourself, I feel like, is a big step, and also having the confidence that if you keep doubting yourself and staying there, nothing happens. Even if you make little bit mistakes as you go through, you're still moving forward. You're learning from that. So yeah, for me, it's been just taking that risk of, boom, doing it, and now I'm there, and I feel that, how I'm growing, how much I'm learning, how many people I'm meeting, and it's just been a
It's so
blessing.
good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so worth celebrating. And the thing that some designers, to your point, that concern about not knowing what to do in the front end, like not knowing what to do with their marketing, not knowing how to put themselves out there, not knowing how to do get a paid consultation, how to walk through that in order to be authentic, in order to then get to really sort of design, right? Like, and with the knowledge that you are being paid what you're worth and on a project that's interesting, and that you have the ability to continue this pipeline because you have the front pieces there, right?
Yes.
So I just, when it comes to those designers who want this, right? They have that passion for design. They know that it is their calling, and they know that the way things are working for them right now is not good. They either have bad clients, maybe they work for someone else and they don't have the freedom. They don't have the freedom to choose who they work with. They don't have the freedom to choose how they spend their days, and they don't have the freedom to choose how much they make. Right? Sometimes there's the resistance, and they either because they feel they're not sure about investing in themselves or their business. Maybe they're concerned about what their spouse might say, or maybe what other designers, they're looking at other designers and they're like, well, no one else in my group is doing this. What would you say to that designer? What would you say to the designer who's on the fence, who's just right there, right there? What feedback would you give them?
Well, so that was me literally a few months ago. So I know exactly how that feels because, so exactly what you explained, it was me. And like I said, it's just the fact of moving forward and learning a little bit more of, for me, the main fear was, yes, marketing. Like, I had no idea what that is. Like, how do I do that? Like, how do I put a price? What do I do first? Like, what do I do second? I was so confined to the way we work at store, and it was limiting. And for me were all these questions. So having that making the decision of actually, saying, yes, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Because if you don't try it, then what else is there? You're just gonna keep living this life and it's gonna be the same thing every day. And you gotta do it for yourself because you want something better, because you want to be worth it. You want to be able to do what you're passionate about. It's just saying yes, taking the step and finding out. I mean, we have Google, we can find out anything at this point, but just kind of finding out. So what do you need to do? And for me, like I said, you guys paint such a clear picture of what were the steps, helped me kind of figure out what was my worth. Because yes, I was definitely not charging what I was worth. I did so much, and because I love it, it came so natural as, oh yeah, anybody can do it. But no, nobody can do it. There's a few people that have that vision, that actually can see how things can come together in a place, in a room, in a kitchen, in a bathroom, anywhere. And then we, as having that gift, are able to serve others and be able to put all that picture together so they can see the space that they will love at some point. So for us, it's kind of being at service and knowing that you putting a price on that, you're not hurting anybody. You are doing what you love and you're getting paid for that because it's worth it, because other people will need that. They will need that service. Not like, so not everybody has that vision of, you can be like, oh yeah, we can put this color here, or we can do this, that, and we can move things around this way and make it look harmonic and symmetrical and make it a functional place. So the fact that you have that gift, it has to be out in the world because somebody wants that. Somebody needs that service. And you never know, maybe, wherever you are, the city that you are, someone is going to need your ability to put that together, and your taste and the way that you arrange things. Someone is going to need that, and you're not doing it is kind of selfish because you have this gift and you can put it out there, and you're not doing it. It's just selfish. I feel like if you see it that way, then you have to do it. You gotta give.
So then for a designer, absolutely 100%, because it is a gift, and designers change lives.
Yes.
Like for us, we know this. That is a major part of why we have this business.
Exactly.
So for a designer, what would you say? Why should they? Why work with us instead of trying to figure it out on their own, or maybe someone else?
Because why waste time trying to learn something that or trying to break it? For me, it was like that. I spent so much time kind of trying to figure it out and doubting myself. And what do I do? Do I do this? Do I not? Like I said, you guys have the gift of being able to explain all of that because you have the knowledge, you have the background, you have the steps, you've had experience. So it's just that, trust that in somebody that knows how to do it, and then can walk you through the process, and that has been successful. I mean, there's me, but I know several designers as we meet every week, every month right now, that have, they've been in the same spot that I am, and now they are successful. They have clients, and you can see the brightness in their eyes, the happiness of the feeling that they are doing something that they love, and they are getting paid by that, and then they becoming successful as as we move forward to that. So yes, I will say it's a no-brainer. Why waste your time doubting and trying to figure it out, something that wasting time pretty much doubting yourself when there's somebody that's showing you the way, how to do it, how to plan it, how to put yourself out there, and teaching you clearly every single step. It just made it so much easier. Like, so for me, it's been literally a life changer. I'm still kind of pinching myself some days. I'm like, I'm actually doing this. Like, is this me?
Well, you did it. Thank you. You
Yes.
did it. You made that decision. You decided you weren't going to wait. You recognized that if you didn't make a decision, you could have just you could still be where you were.
I could still be in Home Depot. Yeah, I've thought of that. I'm like probably going to still be in Home Depot, working the same hours, struggling, blaming everybody, but not taking responsibility for my own life. So yeah, I'm glad I did it.
Yes, well, so am I, because it is an honor and a pleasure to watch you thrive and to really see, how you are using your energy and your time to make an impact in obviously your clients' lives, in your family's lives, and in your own life. And I really honor you.
Thank you so much.
So I want to put it out there that if there are any designers who are watching this, who are in that same place, who know that time is moving, time is passing, and you don't want to, like, you're tired of doubting yourself, you're tired of not knowing what to do, you're tired of really not having that freedom, that liberty, that control, then I invite you to book a call. Because this is, Carolina made this decision. She went to breakthroughcall.us, booked a call, and now
the head rest is history now.
Right. Well,
yes.
Madam, once again, thank you.
Thank you.
You're incredible. You're amazing.
You're amazing.
All right. Well, I will talk to you soon. Thank you again, and be well.
Thank you.
Bye.